Hi, welcome. What a gorgeous sunny day and a little bit balmy for December. So I brought a book to book club. This is more of a textbook, although nobody has a textbook club that I've heard of. This is a book on Ayurveda. I have many, many books, but this is the first one that I discovered, and I wrote in here 2015. So I was a couple of years out of neuroscience, meaning I had done a ton of pre-med work, studied the MCATs, did all the microbiome and genetics research, and had a lot of Western medicine ideas before I picked this book up. And this is by Vasant Lad. I think he did a really good job in balancing Eastern culture and very deep, true knowledge with a Western sensibility. And my God, I just highlighted so much in this book. And I've read through it a couple of times since I got it, because it's very in depth. The idea of Ayurveda. Ayurveda is the science of life, and it's a deeper way of understanding the body. It's less parts of the whole, the way the Western science does it, and more systems. And the reason I've been thinking about it is now we've been changing seasons, right? We had snow a couple of days ago, which means that we're definitely moving more from the fall to winter feel, although it's technically in a couple, like 10 days. But so when that happens, there's a shift of energy in our climate. The way that fall is very airy, lots of change, lots of movement, and we in Ayurveda teach how to eat in a way that balances those sensations. So in the fall, you're having more grounding food, stabilizing food, and depending on if it's hot or cold, you can change how spicy your food is. And you do want to be careful that you're taking care of your anxiety levels during the fall, also just during pandemic in general. But now as we get more into winter and it's a little bit less of that changeability and more settled into coldness, even though we have beautiful sunny days like this, our food does not need to be quite as heavy, right? Although the idea is that a winter diet is very heavy. You want to have this like, I don't eat dairy, but we were just talking last night about cheese is such a winter food and you want this like heavy feeling. But when the weather feels very heavy, what's actually best for your body and best for my body is to not enhance too much heaviness, because that gets you to feel depressed or slow or sluggish, not energetic, which is, I think, the biggest winter complaint. And to eat foods that are in season locally. Lately, I've been loving the root of celery root, and I juice the celery and I roast the root, having the whole plant. So staying, even if you're not plant-based, but staying close to plants, staying close to very life, close to alive foods, and cooking in a way that's not so down, right? You want food that's going to keep you warm, so spicy and well cooked, but nothing that's going to take you too low. So I would stay away from anything that's too heavy in dairy, too heavy in meat, and keep the food that is less kapha, because the winter is already so kapha, and be aware of how you can increase the pitta and the vata in your life. Vata is a lot of movement, pitta is a lot of learning, and you know the best thing about kapha is that it includes the quality of love. So keep the love going, stay movement, stay heated, and enjoy the transition to winter. and enjoy the weekend to come.